And our focus goes to Jalen Johnson, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season.
It's the Saints and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw again. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
tried to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it.
The pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves... on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just stuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And from the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Looking to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
These two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And now a fair catch called for. Just outside the 40-yard line.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And that touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Second and 5. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it's second down. The Saints at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now a play fake here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. George Pickens, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a
coming short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They'll set up a throw.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
They'll set up to throw.
And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a handoff to Hunt running left.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway. Down inside the 10.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Kareem Hunt
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the cut it back within a score.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
goes. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Connection made with Chenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That caught by Tremble. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium. Denver in town to take on Minnesota. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And at the half, they are down to the visiting New York Giants. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Ball start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1.
That pass complete to Moore.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23.
3rd and long
that time he was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like... briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good play. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the 2nd half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They throw right away, and That's complete out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Okay,
Under
ready?
a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Second and 2. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll look to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's good for a Saints.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Here's Sam Martin now. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And first and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll look to throw now on first down. There's Tremble, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. They run right side with Hunt. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who's shaken up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline, he will. Down, good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. He's been a busy man. And they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. 7th play in this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break,
We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to perhaps salt this one away.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Panthers down by 10. At time, a huge factor. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. This will be caught downfield by Moore. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for New Orleans, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.